Hi everybody, it's Craig from the Everyday Makers. We're back making videos again, and I got some purchases I've made over recent history that I want to share with you. Starting with this. Okay, this is the DeWalt Toughsystem 2.0 Jobsite bag. It's a good sized bag. It's pretty big. It's really close to me here. It's a good sized duffel bag. Yay big. My giant head next to it. Essentially, it's a tool bag with a bunch of pockets. The things that it lists on the little promo piece are robust 1680 denier. I guess that's the nylon, not positive, but that's what I gather. 50 plus pockets, that I question, we'll get to that. Weatherproof base, it's a plastic base, one piece, so it should be able to set it in mud and stuff and shouldn't bother it. Auto connect, this connects to all of the other Toughsystem accessories in the DeWalt lineup. If you got the big rolling case, you got the small cases, little organizers and stuff, this clips right to that so you can make one tall section, just drive it around, cool. Okay, very, very cool bag. I'm overall happy with it. It's an upgrade from a Cobalt bag that I had that was just a smaller kind of plumbing style bag with the metal handle across the top. I've had that bag for quite some time. I just needed something a little bit bigger, a little bit that I could close in so it wouldn't be full of sawdust all the time, things like that. So it's not something that I use day to day. I'm not a traveling construction guy, so it's not an issue to me that I have to have something that I travel with all the time. But I go places with stuff, I help people out, I do little jobs here and there. It's something that I do need to travel with some tools, but I don't need to travel with every single tool I own all the time. That's kind of where I'm at with it. So let's get down into it. Okay, so we have this bag. Nice bag. Overall, I'm happy with it. Yeah, I think it's going to do me just fine. The things I like about it: solid handle. It's a two-piece handle. Clips apart, little plastic job in the middle. Works great. Should be really, really solid. It's got the little accessory elastic up at the top. Shoves on the big end. You got something going from one place to another. You don't really need to carry it long term, but just need to get it place to place. Really great things to have. On the outside, it has the exterior tape measure hook. I always kind of hate these if they're on a soft spot because they're just kind of tough to get a hold of because they move around as you're trying to clip to it. But it's there, it's handy. I know I'll use it. It's got pockets on the outsides. Little pockets and a big pocket. Let me move this out of the way. Little pockets and a big pocket. This one right now I'm just using pencils. I'm trying to figure out kind of what I need this bag for as far as what I'm going to use each pocket for. Currently, pencils and nothing else. I'll figure out what I need easy access to real quick. Other side, more of the same. This one has an elasticy pocket, a little bit bigger pocket. Not 100% positive what I would hold in there, maybe a multimeter or something like that, but just nice to have. I just realized that has an elastic strap on top of it too to hold something even taller. Cool. Front pocket. This one is more of the stuff that you need for the job site pocket. It's got little labels on it show that this is meant for sunglasses. This is meant for a cell phone. Just kind of nicely velvet lined padded pockets. Maybe put a small, like a tablet in there or something like that. It's just kind of nice office-y kind of storage. Stuff you're a little bit more concerned about getting scratched, like something with a glass edge on it or something. And then you have the mesh pocket in here. Hold whatever little items you don't want rolled around. Side pocket. This one's a little bit more versatile. Got some tall pockets, tall thin pockets, and shorter fatter pockets. In this one, there's 4 tall thin and 2 short fat, and then a whole bunch of these loops, which the loops, they always sound great, but there's really only so much stuff that they're useful for. Useful for like screwdrivers, but for most of us, how many screwdrivers are we carrying? I mean, to be very real about it, it's something that sounds great, but I'm still finding the function in. God knows I'll find something to toughen them, but they're just not my favorite thing in the world. And I've got my speed square in here just for lack of a better place to put it at the moment. Other side. Kind of more of the same. This has a couple more elastic straps up top. Two bigger pockets, bigger, fatter pockets. And then I'm just rolling a whole bunch of tape in it right now. Nothing real special. It's another thing that I'm trying to figure out kind of what fits in here and what's the most useful stuff I can put in here. It's something that we all have a dream of what our perfect version of it is, but then you get it and you try and figure out what you're actually using versus what you think you should have in it. That's where I'm at right now. Just trying to figure out what I actually need taken with me and what I don't need. A lot of this stuff is transferred over from my old tool bag. I'm just trying to figure out what I need in here that maybe something can go. Maybe I've been missing something the whole time. Just trying to figure that out right now, but this is kind of where I'm at with it. A whole bunch more little straps. We'll find a use. The outside also has some much heavier nylon straps here that you can put stuff into. Got a couple carabiners in it, clipping little stuff. Short of that, these are yet again something that I haven't found a whole lot of use for, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. Then it's got these hard metal eyelets here. I've seen uses for those, but I can't necessarily think what they are, so we'll figure it out. It'd be really, really nice if I had to tie it down to something. Just got more options to strap it down somewhere if I needed to. Then the big inside. Oh, and it's also got these really nice grab straps on it. These seem really, really heavy duty. They wrap quite a bit of, they're hooked onto the loops on the front, so they wrap all the way around. But they seem real heavy duty, carrying around feels super solid. The inside, got another, this is a mesh pocket, but it's actually not breathe-through mesh. It is like a nylon lined clear plastic. So it's more of a nylon material or plastic material instead of actually mesh. So it's something that it's nice, you can see through it, and it's probably more durable than if they just put clear plastic there. But it's not like a breathable mesh of any sort. So just kind of take that in consideration. I've just got a couple small things in there, a couple flat things. Inside, this thing has quite a bit of space, quite a bit of just overall bulk, kind of bucket space to it. See, I've got a screwdriver that's gone rogue on me. It hasn't stayed in the pocket that I put it in. So let's see what else moves around in here while I'm using it. Extra razor blades. Those did not stay in a pocket. That didn't stay in a pocket. So far, this thing's not being a rock star, keeping stuff in the pockets. And little miscellaneous float around items. Couple straps up top. Once again, they've got a ton of straps, which is nice if you have a reason to have them. If you don't have a reason to have them, they're kind of semi-pointless, but if you do have a use for them, they're really great. There's a ton of them, so you can clip a lot of stuff to it. Like this, I've got a non-contact electric probe. Really fits perfect in something like that. But this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 small thin pockets on that side that are great for like screwdrivers and things like that. 2 big pockets. This one's got a drill label on it, so I'm guessing they designed it to somewhat fit a drill of some sort. Being DeWalt, it's probably a DeWalt drill, but it's just a big pocket. Next to it, they've got another mesh pocket. This one is actual mesh again, so if you got something that, God forbid, would have like water or something on it, it might breathe through there a little bit better. Big, big open tub, plastic bottom. You're actually directly at the bottom. There's no line or anything like that, so don't have to worry about anything like that. On this side, you have 4 wider, deeper pockets, and then the straps. I'm hopeful for finding kind of a happy spot where stuff just works. The one thing that I did find out that I'm not super stoked about, that you have to temper your expectations a little bit, is like this pair of channel locks. I have to use 2 holes for this pair of channel locks to fit into, because they don't fit into just one. So one would be nice, but it's not deep enough and wide enough that it'll do that. So I use 2 of them. Great. Well, this is a fairly good sized pair of channel locks. They fit in there. They fit up to what should be the top. They're right there. And yet somehow when this thing got tipped over, they have the ability to fall out. So there's basically not enough rigidity to any of it to keep stuff in a pocket should it flip over. Yes, a lot of tool bags and boxes and everything would also have the exact same problem. So I'm not saying this is unique to this bag. I'm just saying it's something to think about, because it's not going to just be able to tumble around and all your stuff stays in place. Nothing's Velcroed in spots or anything like that. It's just kind of there. So it's got good pockets. I'm overall happy with everything on it, but it's just, I don't know, there's got to be a little bit better way to do that. And the size of the thinner pockets, once again, if you've got a bunch of screwdrivers, it's great. So like a screwdriver fits beautifully in there. But like my linesman's pliers, they don't fit this way without taking up two pockets. So I have to flip them nose in. And then they kind of hang out. They don't really fit in a pocket. Basically, it's a great bag. I'm overall very happy with it. It's got a handful of things that could use some improvement, but I think it's kind of been going in the right direction. Do I think it's worth $100? Kind of depends on who you are. If you're somebody that every single day is carrying a bag around with you, going job site to job site, I think it's probably pretty solid. If you already own any of the DeWalt Toughsystem stuff, then I definitely think it's pretty solid. Like I said, it clips together. It's kind of just an easy user interface kind of thing. If you're a person that, kind of like me, is working out of the garage, just doing projects around the house, do I think this should sit in the closet in your bedroom in the house and store a handful of tools? No, not in the very, very least. It's a cool product. I don't think it's something that every single person needs. I don't think it's going to change anybody's life. It's not a new and innovative way of thinking of something. It's a tool bag. I mean, that's really all it is. I just bought it because I liked it. And like I said, I wanted to keep something that could be zippered closed and would make everything. I've gotten used to the tool bags, like a hard tool box. I'm kind of getting away from that. But the tool bags I like, but I wanted something with a zipper top on it so I could close it up. Just basically, like I said, mine ends up being a giant puddle of sawdust all the time. For some reason, if I saw a board across the garage over here, it's going to completely fill up my tool bag. Don't know how that works, but it just seems to. But yeah, overall, good product. I'm happy I bought it for the most part. Like it's something I'll get use out of. Oh yeah, there's one pocket on the back. It's a good product. I don't think it's groundbreaking, but I do think it's pretty solid. So I'm sure I'll get many, many, many years to come out of it. It'll be a good addition to my stuff. And it'll definitely go place to place with me when I need to bring some tools. And there's plenty of room inside that I can store all my day-to-day tools, plus throw in a drill, a sander, a saw, whatever's needed. It's got enough room. I could store like a drill and an impact in here, or a circular saw, or maybe a circular saw and an impact. Like it's got just enough room to make stuff happen, plus store all of your day-to-day stuff. So yeah, DeWalt Toughsystem 2 Jobsite bag. It's a good product. Like I said, I'm happy I bought it. Hopefully they'll come out with something that addresses some of the little problems I've got with it. For the most part, the stuff I have is little gripes. It's nothing that's going to make or break this one way or the other. It's stuff that I would like to see in a new version of it, but it's nothing that just makes this bag unusable or just terrible. It's a good bag. It weighs next to nothing. Like, surprisingly, for as big as it is, the bag itself doesn't weigh much of nothing, which is nice. There's toolboxes in general are something that I find a lot of them. It's heavy before you put a tool in it. And then if you're anything like me, you're going to store every single tool you've ever possibly thought about bringing anywhere in a bag, and you're going to hate your life because you take it everywhere with you and you got to carry it everywhere with you. So any ounces I can pull off just the bag, I'm a happy man. So makes my life good. And I just realized I had noticed on the back, little Velcro straps. So if you had to put something like you could very, very easily carry a level, like a longer level through the back of this. Something like that. Kind of a handy little item. So yeah. That's it. That's Toughsystem 2 Jobsite bag from DeWalt. I think it's new for this year. I think it's new for 2023. Yeah, good product. Don't forget, if you want more projects, tool reviews, any little things that we can do to keep life interesting for us, don't forget, like and subscribe. likes, subscribes, all that does us wonderful. And it doesn't cost you a dime, doesn't require anything, just helps you see more of our videos. And who knows, you might actually find one you like, or hopefully several of them you like. So, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. See you on the next one.